They're on Sinister, which is going to be Twister's choice. He is showing some awesome stuff on Sinister. Let's see some more of it. Here we go.
Okay.
Twister.
So kind of good spawn for both players. It's going to be bad for Pavel or Kook, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, this is what. Oh wow, and he's blown himself up as well. That's pretty poor rockets. So maybe that was a bit of ping there, but. Yeah, you're still, even on the ping, wow, that's pretty bad by Twister to have like a, bad spawn. Actually, kind of good spawn, so he's got him pretty weak. But that's bad for Twister to have, you know, sort of a really good spawn and work well, and then still die. So that's kind of going to not bode well for him. So if he wasn't pissed off about pings, he's definitely going to be now. So
yeah.
Kind of bad start for Twister.
It's hard to adapt to. It's easier for some players than others. And
Definitely.
Let's see how it goes. Cooler is really good at adapting to ping, I've noticed before.
Yeah,
but,
well, he's played for so long that he, you know, played on every sort of ping, every sort of server, so he would be okay. But we're not going to talk about that too much because that just brings the game down. But yeah, good start for Kook, and he's got to make sure that he can get onto the rocket launcher, which he now has. He's just got to be careful he doesn't run out of rail in a clutch situation. So now, if Twister sort of moved in now, and he doesn't have any more rails, so it could do well for Twister to actually hit a couple of rails here when he comes across, but he misses the one that he even goes for. So he's going to be able to get on the Mega, which is important. So he's got to grab that and just get out of here because he doesn't know where Kook is, and he is doing the right thing and backing off.
So let's see how this plays out now. There's one yellow up that just was taken by Twister. So Kook is definitely in a good position here over at the red. Hits a nice rail. And Twister unable to return anything just yet, even misses there. So has he even done any damage really? Only 180 damage done so far by Twister to like the 600 of Kook. So there is a good rail coming in from Twister. Mega's coming up though. Is he going to go for the drop? He might just do it after that rail was connected. Wow. And look at the LG from Kook. It is really perfect, but still Twister. Good rockets. He did take the Mega mid-fight and that gave him enough. Just enough to barely survive.
Yeah, and that was a risky drop. Quite often I never do those sort of drops, even though maybe you should a lot more than what I do. But so it did work out there. The key is that he got the Mega. If he didn't get the Mega, he was probably going to die. But no, Twister done well to get the first frag. Even though, as you pointed out, he hadn't done much damage. He was never in a terrible position, even though he was down 2 frags, because he had all the guns and he had all the, you know, had a bit of armor. So with both items coming up, he'll want to get both. And Kook has actually played this perfectly, but it's gonna not, as long as Twister doesn't.
Whoa!
That's like deadly LG.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a really good spot for Twister to be in now. Maybe grab this and go into the yellow, which is great. Oh,
wow.
Perfect.
I think Twister's going to start playing on 80 ping more.
Yeah, so now he just needs to go for this one and then move in for red. And if Kook's at either of those items, which he shouldn't be, he probably won't go for the red. Then yeah, he's doing the right thing and backing off. So clever play.
Definitely great stuff from Twister here. When it was looking very bad and how much he's hitting, he's turned it all the way around. Very, very strong damage at the moment. Twister making his way back around towards this Mega. Now with this position, he's going to be able to defend it. He's looking to steal away another yellow. Does just that. There's Mega coming out, spots Kook, and now Kook is up at the red again. But Twister's got plenty of time after this Mega to just get back over to red. So let's see what kind of play Kook is going to make here on the pressure. And there he is actually hiding behind the teleporter there. And he, I mean, kind of redundant damage more or less. I mean,
yeah.
Really
he waited a little too long there to sort of show himself. I would have liked to maybe try and hit a couple of rockets and then move through the teleporter. But instead he went for the LG, or I don't know, really. If he was going to wait, he might as well have waited until he grabbed the red, so then it wouldn't be redundant damage. But and he could have even jumped towards him or something, so it would have been even better. But yeah, unfortunate for Twister, for Kook. But he's still in a good spot, you know. He should be able to get the red. He's not going to go for it. But now he is going to go for it. So this is hesitation that could cost him, but no, it hasn't cost him anything. And Twister waiting around too long to go for the Mega there, so that's interesting. A mistake from him as well. So yeah, both players kind of an even stack, but actually this is going to be an even fight. And the thing is with Kook is he's going to get red side after this fight. Oh no. So yeah, he's going to go to red armor now. So he's going to be in a good position, although Twister is coming. But Kook going to be on the red armor, so it's probably going to go his way this fight. But big rockets, oh wow, close fight, and oh, mutual frag. So yeah, that was sort of, that fight was an interesting one. But now both players probably going to want to go for Mega. Kook with a better score, so he's going to get it.
Great frag there coming in from Kook, and hitting the halfway point, and it's a 4-3 scoreline in the favor of Kook. and he's just safeguarding the next red armor. And he's really expecting, he's even ran out of rockets there, and he's gonna have to replenish those. There does appear Twister in the distance, trying to get some damage as Cook picked up that red armor. He doesn't manage to do it now, so it's really gonna hurt his chances on the next Mega Health. If he had strung together a couple rails there, maybe he could think about challenging this Mega, but now Cook is just gonna have full run of the map, and he's got all the weapons, he's got everything to play for, and if he can just get into Twister's face for just a second, Twister's a dead man. So Twister's got to be so careful. We saw him be really defensive and very effective in that capacity against Cypher, but he's now got to do it against Cook. Can he pull out the same kinds of moves? And look at this bait here from Cook. And Twister had no idea.
Yeah, but he didn't manage to do any damage, so it's not really going to have worked out too well for him, and he misses that rail as well, so it might even be hard for him to even defend the Mega after actually get the Mega here for Cook. He can't really drop. That is the thing is with Twister. Oh wow, big rocket. So that could have been so much better for Twister if he had to move forward after he had used LG. But yeah, really good fight for Cook, I guess, in the end. It was kind of an interesting fight where both players had a good opportunity to do a lot of damage, but neither player really took that until Cook hit a few rockets. So he's going to probably run away with the map for a little bit here, especially with Twister forming right in front of him. So, oh, nice movement to get to the 5 bubbles there to rail him again. Not really going to matter too much if the 50 bubbles up. Oh, but it's not. So he's probably going to be able to get a frag here again if he can follow it up.
And there Cook goes. Getting a lot of damage from those rails. Twister going to go for the finishing blows. 3 health left on Cook as he does make his escape back over to the red armor position. There's the 25 there for him, but he just steals the red in time. That's quite nice actually, considering how low he was. I guess he pretty much did the best that he could with what he had. And now Twister is running around the map, and if Cook actually has something, a bit of damage to apply to Twister, if Twister tries to get aggressive, that actually could give Cook a big chance on an item here, but Twister's going to be sitting on this red armor, quite exposed, but no sign of Cook just yet. Rockets going left and right there for Twister as he makes his way back to Mega Health. Here are some grenades coming in from Cook. Great bit of damage there.
Yeah, big grenade that sort of stopped him from being able to do any damage. So Cook's now in a good spot. He doesn't really want to fight, and he knows that, so he's backing away. He's got all the guns, and he has a bit of armor. He doesn't want to blow it right now because he's in a good spot because he's 2-0 up. You know, he doesn't need to force anything. He just needs to wait for a good scenario, and he thinks this is the good scenario, but maybe not because he didn't have quite enough stack to really fight in a. Even though he hit an initial rocket, it was never one where he could sort of move in and, you know, bounce him around because it's such a small hallway that he was always going to take a lot of damage himself. So you'll probably see Twister be able to get the Mega here and Cook really with nothing. So this is really good. Oh, Twister left the Mega, but it hasn't actually ended up hurting him because this is unfortunate where Pavel's doing the right thing, but it ends up hurting him, where if he had made a mistake and just dropped the Mega, it would have worked out. So yeah, Cook with really nothing to his name right now. 2 minutes to go. This isn't the spot you want to find yourself in. And now, especially now that he's a little bit lost, really. I mean, he has all the guns, so he should be in an okay position to defend. But the problem is his stack is so small that it's going to be so difficult. And now Twister's found him, so you probably see Twister just go, wow, why? He should have just gone through the teleporter. He would have been able to probably get the frag, but almost the clutch rail.
Almost the combo there. There is a great rocket jump. This could really work out well. Twister coming in from behind. Can't quite spot Cook though, and he does get the Mega Health regardless. Red up for him as well, and he's just cycling these items. It's almost just a matter of time now, but there isn't much time left for him to find these 2 kills. But he's running this control so well, and there is Cook. Is he just going to go straight up? He has to go up. He's going to go and do it, but doesn't follow through there. And does find Cook again, but he can't hit the shots. Twister, things are beginning to get quite desperate. He's got to find 2 frags in 60 seconds now. Rocket jump up. Oh, great rocket there into Cook. And he's going to get the red armor and then the Mega as well. So that fight he just had there, that should set him up for the frag in the future. He removed so much health and armor there from Cook that things could go well for Twister right now.
Yeah, he's just really got to find him. I mean, the problem is he's 26 health, so he's available at the moment. So but he's not going to get the he's not going for health, and hopefully he doesn't get railed. Okay, so he's okay now. He's probably just going to have to plus forward here, Twister, and he is just going to do that. So Cook should just keep running, which he is doing, as long as he doesn't fuck his movement. So he's actually in a good spot here. Cook that is now. He should be able to grab this yellow. Or Twister maybe could have heard him there, I don't know. But yeah, Twister looking around frantically because he knows he needs to find him. And this is probably where Cook's just going to be able to run and grab some items that Twister's going to have to leave up. Ooh, but he may be able to catch him, and he has caught him. But he's actually not going to do enough damage. So yeah, I can't see Twister winning from here. And yeah, that is going to be game over from here. So
All right,
Well
so
done to Cook, I guess, to win that map. Clutch movement at the end, managed to get away. Twister tried to go for a few too many rails. Maybe he would have been better served using LG in a few of those fights. But when the pressure's on, sometimes you do something that you wouldn't normally do. And yeah, the rails didn't hit, so it didn't work out for him. But close match anyway.
there you go, 6-4, the final score on Sinister between Kook and Twister, the last match of Group A today. Of course, none of these players is going through regardless of what happens in this match. But it's good to get the game played anyway, and it looks like they did find a solution that kind of works, because we got a good game there out of the pings. It doesn't really look like Twister was affected that much either, and yeah, so not really any complaints at all. So just gonna wait for them to switch on to the next map, and we'll get it on the way with match point for Kook. And what was there anything about the way Twister was playing Sinister there that impressed you, or what were your thoughts there? If you could say there were two important moments, what would they be?
Well, a really important moment was when he was up at the Cook was up at the red, and Twister managed to kill him before the red was grabbed. So that with like devastating LG. So that was really a key moment for Twister, and he probably was in a good spot to win the map from there, but it couldn't really go through with it. But for Pavel, he played quite a solid game throughout. He got a little unlucky with the LG burst from Twister, but yeah, at the end he really pulled through with his plus back. You know, like he went to the right spots, even though Twister sort of hit a couple of rails. It wasn't enough to be able to kill Kook, which is so important because obviously once you die, it's easy to control where you are for the next frag. So yeah, he played really well at the end there and didn't lose his nerve, unlike Twister, who sort of made a few little mistakes like gun selection or movement or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard to win when you're not hitting any shots. So
Indeed,
yeah,
it
are we
is.
moving service still, or are we staying
No,
here?
we're gonna stay here.
Well, it's even ping, so I don't see why you would move.
Indeed. Yeah, they had, I mean, like I said, it really looked like it didn't affect Twister too much. He actually even seemed to hit more. So
LG, yeah.
like his LD is
Maybe
just
he's
like
using that time nudge everyone wants to talk about.
it's pretty damn
To
nice.
get him. No, you need to use
Indeed.
time nudge on 80 pings. You can't hit anything really.
Indeed. So we'll get this underway very shortly here. Twister.
I mean, I
and
have a
Kook.
lot of experience on high ping myself because in Oz, most of my games are on 70 ping to Sydney. So I have a bit of experience on high ping myself. So high ping is, in duel I find it's really, really bad, but in the other game types, it's not as bad. But so yeah, both players kind of adapting well, I guess. Twister looked like he was hitting quite on a lot of shots, really.
Yeah, that surprised me a lot. I mean,
It's not really about the shots you're hitting. Even though you're hitting all the shots, it's the confidence in your game as well. So that can change the way you see Cypher. The way he plays, he's really confident, as if he knows he's going to hit. Whereas if you don't feel confident, you won't be able to play to the best of your ability. So even just the ping can affect your mindset, which can obviously affect your game. So it's kind of understated what ping can actually do. So anyone who says that ping means nothing or ping means little, it's well, they don't know Quake very well, most of them. So
definitely. So Furious Heights, here we are. We're getting underway right now. Twister and Kook are ready, and looks like things are going to start getting really serious here. This is a great map for both players, and we're on Twister to begin with as he has the LG, gets the red armor, and Kook's going to get the Mega. So a bit more of an unusual starting spawns here.
Yep. Both players in a decent spot, especially if Twister can do a little bit. Oh wow, he's dropping. It's probably not ideal. He probably was thinking that Kook was just going to go for the rail. So Twister should probably just go for the rail now himself. But instead he's pushing in a little bit early for red. And if Kook just needs to hit one rocket and then push him away. Oh wow, dud rocket on the stairs there. So yeah, Twister now in a pretty bad spot. He needs to grab rail, so at least then he has an advantage of some kind, which will be the railgun. So he needs to grab that, which he has done, and maybe hit a few rails here on the Mega to use his advantage, but he's not even doing that. So he's probably just going to be found out here if Kook comes charging into red or the yellow, and it's going to be hard for him to get anything. So, okay, so Kook going to go for the rail now, and then he should just go for the rail and then back for red, or red then rail. He needs to go and get the rail gun, and then he has everything. But instead he's pushing in for some free damage, I guess. So it's worked out quite well for him too.
Oh, Twister. Gotta be careful there, almost taking a nasty bit of rocket. And Twister now just chilling over at the railgun yellow. And Mega's up on the spot. That's gonna go to Kook. As Twister now, he's well and truly in the out of control situation. and he's just going to play this really slow, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Not give away any sounds, pick up any bits of health and armor he can find, scrap together, maintain some good positionings when he's not sure, so he's got options on how he can move, and that's what he's just doing. That's like the simple plan for him. And there goes kook. Rail should back away now.
Yeah, it would be stupid for Twister to go for another shot here. I mean, he can go for damage here and delay him for red, which is going to be perfect, but he can't afford to let him jump. So he probably switched to LG, and now he's backing away. So this isn't really great play by Twister. So the ideal move there would have been able to switch to LG, not even for the damage you'll be able to do, but for the fear factor that the other player will think, oh no, he's got LG out, I can't attack, I can't jump. So then he would have been able to just use LG, spam it out a bit, even if he doesn't do any damage, he would have been able to then back onto the red. But instead he went for the rail, and if you miss, obviously then your opponent thinks, oh well, I'm just going to attack and go for whatever I want. So yeah, not ideal weapon choice there by Twister.
Yeah, and it almost seemed like he could have gotten the red anyway, but he was a bit. He went for like damage again on Mega at the top spot, and then that's where he got caught by kook, and then kook got the position and then the red. So, but Twister, he didn't really lose much in the way of stack there, and
that was really key.
And so he's, even though you could say that maybe he should have done this, that, or the other, maybe it was a mistake, he's actually come out okay.
Okay, yeah.
And so he's still got options to work with here. And the red is coming up soon, but this is not going to go well for him to go for it. And he does get a rail, losing about like 40 to 50 resources.
Again, that's a pretty poor weapon choice by Twister to come through the teleporter and use rail. Even guaranteed hitting, it's still better to use LG because it's, again, the fear. He can't drop for red if you've got LG out, because you'll just own him. So you would have been able to get, he would have been able to get in on the red armor again if he used rail, but LG rather. But again, he wanted to use rail and didn't work out for him.
So really nice insight, I have to say. And there are loads of spots, like the spot you're talking about at Mega as well.
Yeah.
With the LG, that it's just
if you're anywhere in that room with LG in the Mega room, they can't jump for Mega, especially since sort of, I would say the player who sort of changed that a lot was probably Strength. When you jumped across, he's the one who sort of started when you jumped across, and a big fight here, and Twister actually going down, but so big frag there for kook, and he's gonna manage to run the map from here. Gonna charge in for red, which is the right move because he's got so much stack that Twister can't defend himself. He's just got to make sure that he goes for the red and then uses rails. That's a really weird weapon choice, and it hasn't worked out quite as well as it could. But like I was saying, that the Mega Room, you can't jump for it because Strength used to sort of pin people as they jumped across. I guess the most famous one would be when he did it to Cooler in like an IEM or something. He took all his health. But yeah, so if you're in there and you have LG out, they can't jump for Mega. So Twister again using rail, and it's not working out for him. But he's actually managed to luckily sort of land on the red there.
And that was actually one of those situations where before you were saying it's like how key shots are in this game.
Definitely.
And like him missing that rail allowed Twister to get that red, but Twister pushing aggressively onto that Mega Health, going to take 2 rails for the trouble of it. And that means that after the red and the Mega, he's only netting like 40 points of resources there. So it's not actually too horrendous for kook right now. He's going to go for the challenge and he gets the kill on the red. That's pretty amazing because he was looking at an error of missing that shot that could have cost him control. And he now managed to switch things around just by executing it red.
Like we were saying before, it's just that one shot that can be so critical that it sort of enables Twister to get back in, whereas if he hits it, then he has nothing. But yeah, Pavel has sort of, I wouldn't say got lucky, but he, you know, the situation went well for him, whereas it could have gone badly for him.
Yeah.
And he actually managed to get a 3rd frag with Twister defending the red. He sort of missed one rocket, which enabled him to get the frag pretty easily. But yeah, he should probably just turn around and kill Twister. I don't know why he's leaving him.
I was surprised that Twister jumped across in the first place.
Yeah, it was interesting, but after he'd done that, he fell, and he would have known that, so he could have maybe gone for a little bit more damage, but he should be able to get the frag anyway. So yeah, it's interesting that he's left railgun behind. Maybe Twister could use that to his advantage, but it's going to be hard for Twister to really get anything here.
Alright, so...
And yeah, he has going to get the rail, so this could work out well for Twister, whereas right now he wouldn't have the rail, so I guess... But then he's going for shots too early again. I mean, especially now that he's going to die, but he sort of had to wait out a little bit, work out where kook is, go the other way. But instead, he went for a shot, and then he's actually managed to hit a shot here. So again, kook missing clutch shots, which can really hurt you a lot in this game.
Kook looking for the damage from below. a little bit of a, well, 2 boosts there with the rockets and trying to find that close range engagement with the lightning gun. He knows, oh wow, great little flicker rail from above from kook there to end the annoyance that is Twister. And Twister now going to try to challenge with the plasma on this red, but it's not going to do anything. I mean, it's, again, redundant damage there from the plasma gun. Totally pulled up now. kook is looking very dominant. With 3.5 minutes left, Twister is very, 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 very wanting for frags at the moment. He has got to find 6. That's a lot. That is a lot. And right now, he doesn't even have control. Far from it. Here is the play on the Mega, though, coming in from kook as Twister tries to harass because he can't really do more than that, but he does get the take on the Mega. And kook hasn't found really any damage on Twister, so this, I mean, this could be Twister's one and only opportunity. I'm actually going to switch to him now. He's got nice
3 minutes to go. He needs to make something happen now, so he could even just attack here, which he is wanting to do, but he's going too slow. Pavel's not stupid, he's just going to keep spamming and keep spamming, so maybe it would have been better off for him to just charge. I mean, now he's going to just do that, and it's going to work out for him. So this is now his opportunity, you know, he can grab this red. Pavel won't attack this red, no way, so he'll just want to defend, grab a yellow, and then probably head to the grenade launcher. So Twister should know that and maybe cut him off, but he hasn't actually managed to do that. But he, oh wow, big rocket there by kook as well, so yeah, it's going to be hard for Twister now. That was his opportunity. Maybe if he had grabbed the red, gone through the teleporter, and gone to grenades, he would have been able to cut kook off. But now the opportunity is sort of lost. I mean, it's going to be so difficult now.
It's certainly looking very grim, but 2 minutes, and with this red, he's going to have a great fighting chance. And kook's going to bring the fight to him. 84 health left on Twister. He's not looking too strong anymore, but just one bolt of plasma does it, and kook is melted on the spot over at red. So now Twister has to find 4 frags in 2 minutes. This is looking completely different. Yeah, but he is pretty weak though.
kook had 100 waiting like where he is right now in the rail, and then he decided that he would just attack because he knew that Twister was waiting around. So he sort of, okay, in normal situations it's okay to attack there, but when you're 5 frags up, 100, all the guns, there's no need to do that and risk dying like what happened. Like, even though he hit such big rockets, he's still not in a great position. I mean, he's in a good position now because he's managed to plus back and get up to 70 armor, but if he had got maybe a bad spawn or something, Twister could have got on a roll, all because kook decided to go for a risk that he didn't need to go for. See, right now, he doesn't need to go for any rails. Why is he going for a rail for? Now he's weak.
Yeah, Twister's actually hitting quite a lot as well. He's hitting all the clutch shots, but he's got 60 seconds there to hit everything, and there's not going to be any room for error. Hits another great rail. He's going to go for the rocket jump straight. This could be it. Oh, just misses the shot on the angle, and he's going to try to find another one, but you know, kook is making himself scarce right now. 45 seconds before frags. Hits the rail. 3 frags to go. 40 seconds to do it. Here is kook again. Twister might just make the frag happen again. kook has to survive here. He's going to go for the drop. Just kill time. That's all he's got to do. 30 seconds left. Twister goes for the drop now. He's running out of stack. The plasma is really doing a fantastic job. Flushing him out with the grenade does the job. And there it is. 20 seconds for 2 frags. This is going to be very close. Looking for that
spawn. He has an opportunity. It's going to be tough. He can't wait for red. He's waited too long here. It's going to probably cost him. But yeah, well, I don't really know what kook was doing in that last fight again, where he probably could have had an opportunity to run or not even take the fight to begin with. But he saw Twister kook there, but it didn't really matter anyway. It was 2 frags and Twister good game. So that means that Twister finishes last in the group, and kook will finish 3rd. So congratulations to him for not coming last.
Definitely.
But yeah, the end of Group A. So the 2 players that probably most people would have expected to go through have gone through. So
definitely
bodes well for the finals.
And that means we actually finished a bit ahead of schedule. So we're going to have a quick break, guys. We'll be back at 14:45 CET to start Group B. So stay tuned for awesome action from Group B. We'll see. We'll throw up the schedule. They can get all the information on ES Reality.